Hello, hello. Welcome to Paranormal Hot Seat. I am Donna Gerron, your host.
Good evening, everybody. I am Stacy Gust, and I'm your co-host for this evening.
Thank you for joining us. Tonight we have Dedrick Hilton. Hilton, right? Hoodoo Lounge. Yeah, Hoodoo Lounge. We just say Hoodoo Lounge Paranormal. He does a little bit of everything. So he has a pretty impressive resume. He's working on his doctorate in parapsychology, if I'm not mistaken, with a focus in paranormal science. He's a certified paranormal investigator, parapsychologist, and he's been featured in horror movies and some magazines and podcast documentaries and just so much. He's just a jack of all trades here. So we're gonna bring him in, and I'm gonna give you Dedrick Hilton. Hey,
Peace
Dedrick,
and
how are you?
blessings to everyone. Peace and blessings out
Awesome.
there to everyone.
How are you tonight?
I'm well. I'm well. How about you guys?
We're good. We're good. A little tired, but we're good.
We're good. Yeah,
I
we had a late night investigating last night. So Cody says from First Line Paranormal, I am still getting over my paranormal hangover. Me too, Cody.
Yeah, I think we all are.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. So you have a lot going on. You're a busy man, I see.
Yeah, a little.
So of course we have some questions for you. And my first thing is, what is a parapsychologist? Yeah, is it parapsychologist?
Correct. Parapsychologist. A parapsychologist is like a regular psychologist, but what we do, we study the unknown and the unexplainable, such as telekinesis, ESP. Of course, we go into paranormal investigation, apparitions and such.
Okay. So okay, so is this the is this the same thing as a spiritual paranormal investigator?
Well, they go into that type of aspect, but a parapsychologist, like I said, is a real psychologist that really studies like psychic abilities, after death experiences, and of course, when you're dealing with like we study the paranormal too, and when you study the paranormal, you're talking about near death experiences. You're talking about a spiritual component. So we cover like a lot of topics under that umbrella of the paranormal.
Okay, and this is what you're studying for your doctorate in?
Correct. I'll have my doctorate degree in 4 months.
Oh, awesome. Well, congratulations on that.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I had an internship at the Ryan Research Institute too at Duke University.
Oh, cool.
That is impressive. Just even
Very
reading all your
impressive.
stats, you're a very well educated man. So that's
Thank you,
awesome.
thank you.
Yeah. Not easy to do all that either.
Oh, I know.
No.
No.
And to do everything else.
Hard work, right? You got regular life and then plus hard work and then more hard work.
Right.
So you just started Hoodoo Lounge. Was it Hoodoo Lounge News or Hoodoo Lounge TV? Which is it?
Well, Hoodoo Lounge TV is the overall like network, but Hoodoo Lounge News is the sub channel on Hoodoo Lounge TV. So they're all tied in together. And I just started that on the Stream network, which I post the links on my Facebook page.
Awesome.
Okay. Excuse me, I'm a little dehydrated. I don't think I got enough water last night.
No.
Definitely not. So, what is a metaphysical minister?
A metaphysical minister, we study like like beyond the spiritual realm or beyond the daily cycle realm. So a metaphysical minister, you have your regular Christian or different denomination ministers. Basically, a metaphysical minister goes beyond religion and dogma. It's about helping people improve themselves daily.
Oh, okay. So it sounds like it's just a lot of what you're doing is all just intertwined.
Definitely. And let me tell you something, it all relates. Even when I talk to people about like hoodoo and all that, like people fail to realize there's a huge paranormal aspect to hoodoo and root work in itself.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you are a practitioner of hoodoo then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
Not a voodoo practitioner, hoodoo. It is incorporated into my daily spiritual practices of myself and bettering myself.
Okay.
So
First
I was
time
watching
paranormal.
your
Oh, go
videos,
ahead.
and you were talking about manifestation. Is that something that connects with the hoodoo practice? You were talking about manifestation and things that you can do in your daily life to help bring about your dreams and manifesting your dreams into your daily life. What are some of those things that we can be doing?
Absolutely. First thing, the most positive manifestation starts in your mind and your speech. We have to stop speaking negative words upon ourselves. Start speaking more positive words into our existence. You could journal what you want or desire in life. You do that every day. Of course, when you start getting into the physical aspects of things, 7-day candles. And with these candles, you burn these for 7 days. We dress them up. You write stuff down on it and sit it underneath there, and you go back and pray over it at least 3 times a day. Some of these candles come with scriptures on the back of them or things that you could read 3 times a day to help add that manifestation. But a lot of it is changing the way we think and speak, like self-empowering yourself.
Right.
Right, because words have power.
Oh,
Absolutely.
definitely.
And part of manifestation is speaking that power out into existence.
That's right. That's right. Instead of talking about what you don't have, talk about what you desire.
Yeah.
Right. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. And you put out that, and it's about just putting ourselves spiritually out there to the universe. You don't need to be part of a certain religious denomination or dogma. It's about you changing your reality. And it all starts here first. What you think here, you look at every successful person from Oprah to Jay-Z, they have this type of positive vibration energy about themselves. They never talk about their failures and hangups. They always tell you where they're going or what the next project is.
Right.
Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So Cody said he just got that groggy state of 6 to 7 hours of sleep in a 48-hour period. Yeah, I know that one.
The burning eyes.
My name is
Yeah.
My name is Rose, and I'm here for the first time. Well, thank you for joining us, Rose. We really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it.
Hey, Rose.
Yeah. So with this, you're a member of the MUFON. What exactly is that?
Well, MUFON is actually is one of the most prominent UFO investigation. They've been around, I would say, like since the 60s. They have a network, a TV network. They have a website. And also, you can become a certified MUFON UFO investigator. You have to go through real training. They have chapters in each state that you have to go through, like real training, how to gather like soil where there might have been a possible UFO landing or somewhere at.
Oh,
It's a
wow.
it's a whole big legit thing.
Oh,
That's
But
awesome.
I'm an actual member of them. Yes, I am. I'm an actual member of them.
oh wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I've heard of MUFON, but you're the first person I've met that's actually a member of them. So that's really cool.
Oh,
Have you had
wow.
any extraterrestrial experiences yourself?
Oh, wow. Yeah. The first one I had, let me tell you something. And years later, it took me to like realize like, hey, this is what I'm witnessing. It was 1998, Sullivan County, New York. And I was coming back from class, and I was riding with like a housemate of mine. And this is in a rural area, upstate New York in the Catskill Mountains. And I saw all these cars pulled over on the side of the road. When I mean cars, like at least 10 or 12 cars pulled over. And everyone was out pointing to the sky, broad daylight. And you just see probably like 6 or 7 items, like objects moving clear as day, like on these different angles. And then they'll just stand still, and then they'll start back moving at different angles. And this wasn't no helicopter,
wow.
but a helicopter can't move like that.
Right.
Wow.
And they moved like this, and they were sitting there in the sky for at least 20 something minutes before they just all went in their different directions out in the orbit where you couldn't see them anymore.
Oh, wow.
That was my first experience.
Well, that's a very powerful first experience.
Oh, I
don't
know,
know.
right?
I would have crapped my pants. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, we were just in a state of awe, and I can't tell you exactly what the objects like in detail looked like, because it was like a bright sunny day, but it was clear enough to see that there was 6 or 7 of them moving all over. There wasn't missiles, there wasn't trails, because trails don't move here, then stop here and then go back here. And like I said, it was at least about 10 or 12 cars on the road that pulled over that witnessed this, all of us together.
Holy
Wow.
crap.
And that way they can, well, it was a weather balloon and it was a training thing, and yeah, you know the stories that they.
Weather
It
balloons
was
can't
a
move that way either.
Right.
it
They'll
was,
stand still and go over here.
Yeah. We don't
so
even
there was a
have the
lady.
technology to move that way.
Oh yeah,
No,
Yeah, we don't even have that kind of technology to be able to move the way that moves.
not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. You know, that's like these Tic Tac objects that they're seeing in the Atlantic Ocean, that the Navy keeps seeing rising out the water, and they're moving at crazy angle and then going down into the water and stuff again. We don't have that type of technology, and the human body can't withstand that type of impact into the water.
Yeah.
Your body will explode.
Well, and we
Yeah.
don't have that type of submersible flying ship either. Like we
No.
just don't. Yeah. That's interesting you brought that up. What's your theory about that? Do you think that they have always been here and maybe they're living underneath our oceans and they have been for quite some time? Or are they something new?
I have two theories.
Okay.
First one, there's two types of UFOs. The first one is man-made. The second one is theirs, which is aliens. I think that we have gotten our hands on some technology and tried to replicate what we might have captured. What I think we witnessed in the ocean, I have two theories on it. Are there like alien bases in the ocean? We don't know, because the ocean is like the last place that we haven't really explored, because you can only go so deep, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Now, my other theory, it could be UFO technology. I do believe in UFO. I do believe in aliens. I do believe in advanced UFO technology. But my other theory, why I'm starting to look at things a little different about the Tic Tac objects, because the Navy and the military are the only ones seeing these objects, not really civilians.
Right.
They're being spotted off the coast, and I'm going somewhere with that. I said, what happened to some clandestine deep military experiment that they're running out of the ocean on the Navy, and the Navy just don't know about it, and they're thinking like they might be looking at aliens, and it could be some type of other crap. Because think about this, the Tic Tac object resembles the shape of a submarine. And if we could get our hands on a technology that could fly in the sky and then, you know, submerge itself in water and take off, you're killing two birds with one stone there.
Yeah, we are. Wouldn't we be? Yeah.
So I'm just waiting to see where the evidence go, but I keep my mind open on all possibilities, because you never know what the military is experimenting with or what type of technology they got their hands on.
That's true too.
So Parafam says the big question is not is ufology and alien presence and spiritual experience connected, rather how it is connected, and can you shed some light on this question?
The question is not UFOlogy. It's not is UFO and alien presence and spiritual experience connected? Or are they connected? That's what you're basically asking?
Yes. How is aliens and other spiritual experiences connected? Wait.
Oh, interesting. Well,
yeah, that's a long question.
Well, long story short, if we could definitely prove, which I think it has been proven, because UFOs are spoken about in the Bible, in the book of Ezekiel, the spinning wheel. It's been seen in photos. It's been carved on the walls of the Egyptian pyramids and stuff. But I think that if we definitely have that hardcore, which I think we already have, and Congress and the Pentagon already stated that these crafts are real. They're not denying it. Obama spoke about it. They had the big meeting in May of 2022. You can also watch that on Hoodoo Lounge TV. But by the way,
I caught that. I did catch that.
Yeah. But if we realize that there are other life forms out there, or really have that hardcore evidence, it's going to challenge what we think about religion.
Yes.
It's going to challenge what we think about God. It's going to challenge our divine origins of who we are as a people and species down here. You might even see a whole new religion come out of this whole new experiences of finding out that there is advanced life forms out there besides us. So it is tied together, because once that is concrete, the reality is people are going to question their spiritual path.
Yeah. I think that's one of the reasons the government has hidden it for so long, is that it's going to challenge a lot of that, Christianity for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So, yep.
So let's see. Courtney Peterson says, "Hi, can't stay, but share." Oh, hi, can't stay, but share out. Have a great show. Well, thank you for Courtney for popping in and
Hey,
saying
Courtney.
hi. It must be somebody you know.
No, just saying hi.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, I guess we're getting people from all over this. I'm glad people are tuning in and listening to us. So that's awesome.
Yes, thank you.
I know you did a similar post on Facebook and you were talking about it, but for those watching, what do you think about these ghost hunting apps?
The ghost hunting apps. Yes. Well, all right, let me break something down. Because you're talking about paranormal technology now. And if you would have asked me this question 7 years ago, I'll have a different answer than what I have for today. And the reason being for that is because apps are obviously tied to the phones. Phones are far more advanced today than what they was 10, 15 years ago in the Nextel era, where you were running on basic analog. And I used to work for Sprint back in the day as a technician, where I used to install the data boards inside these Nextel phones. So I say that a phone today is more advanced. My personal experience of me trying them out, looking at them, EVP, you can use that because phones have high built-in mics and technology.
Yeah.
Right. So a thermal, you can use that because it has technology. Why? Because we have smartwatches that's taking our temperature and body temperature and all that. So phones today have some advanced technology in it that certain like these what is it, Ghost? I had downloaded an app and it was just like a Ghost Hub app of various type of ghost technology that you could use, EVPs and so forth, EMFs and all that. And I would say some of it you could use. Others is based off the phone, because if your phone is an older phone and lack those type of advanced features, then you're not going to get accurate readings. Do I think that all of them work? I think, well, some of them are for entertainment purposes. They tell you that when you download
it. They do. When you download it, they do.
You just have to know how to use it to your advantage. I mean, like, you don't need a camcorder to record something. You have your phone.
That's true. Yeah.
And if I want to record a conversation, I could download any voice recording app and record that. And I'm just saying, it depends on what you're using the app for.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. I believe some work. I believe some are, entertainment purposes.
Yeah. So First Line Paranormal says technology is always evolving, and all equipment is made and based off of theories. They are just used to validate the experiences or actual relativity to investigation. Hey, Cody. Yes, they.
Yeah. I mean, just use it to your advantage. If it works and get you the results that you're doing, use it to your advantage. Like, I've been in situations where I didn't have a camcorder on me.
Yeah.
I think some of us been caught in those positions before.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I know people that use them, and I'm just skeptical about them. Because, like I said, some of the technology like these sensors, the phones are not made with certain sensors for certain like with I can't say EVP. What am I trying to say?
The EMF.
EMF. There you go.
With the magnet in it.
Yeah.
And then certain recorders need FM radio, and that's it goes into the device because, for example, all iPhones are made the same. You got an iPhone, you got an iPhone. Body might be different, the color's different. But when you deal with Android, it's vast in what type of Android phone you're using. That $800 Android is not the same as that Walmart $29.99 burner Android.
Right.
That's the equivalent of talking on 2 Dixie cups and a string. You're like, do they even have an app store?
Hey, my little ghost phone is a $49 Walmart phone, but that's my
Hey,
extra phone.
if it does what it needs to do, rock on. Put a $20 case on it. It all looks the same.
There you go. Nobody
Well,
knows, right?
you know what I do too is like I always ask my son, who's a tech geek in his own right. Donna met him last night. I always ask him, like, hey, like, does this app actually work or is this a fake? Because he knows. He knows the technology you need to get the results you want, and he knows which ones are fake and which ones aren't. So I just asked my 14-year-old.
Yeah.
But what do you guys think about the
young
Spirit
man.
Box app?
So, okay, so he knows of some of them that do filter through the frequencies just like a ghost box would, like a radio frequency. But then there's some that pretend to go through the radio frequencies, and all it's doing is pulling up words from a dictionary, the online dictionary.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's
So
what I was
some of
gonna
them
say.
are fake, but some of
Throwing
them,
out those random words.
yeah, but some of them do work. He knows which ones they are.
Yeah, and you have to comb through them, man. I mean, like there's some, like I said, if you have a phone that has those functionalities, try it out. I mean, like I'm gonna be honest with you. I had a scenario. True story. Statesboro, Georgia. My little brother Ryan and I, knowing why you should go on paranormal investigation with more than one or two people. Yeah, I learned that one that night. Crash course that night. I heard about this church for decades from my father, my uncles, being haunted. The town people keep calling it the Zoot Suit Man, wearing a suit from the 1920s, standing in front of the church late night hours, an apparition. But anyway, they have this old cemetery, and there's the old church, there's the new church built on the other side. It's in a rural area in the low country of Georgia. There's no lights out there except for the light that's kind of over the cemetery. There's no houses or nothing for the next 5 miles. I don't know why, but there were baby caskets above ground. Wow. Old baby casket from like the 30s and 40s. One day I look at adult casket, but I'm kind of worried of children caskets. But anyway, I had this one app, and I was streaming live on Periscope at the time. I had this one app, and it like picks up like the energy if there's spirits around, like actual location, like a grid. All I can tell you is this: there was loud noise beating in the wood, like somebody banging on metal, but there was nobody out there from miles away. Our equipment kept dying. We had to keep rebooting. It kept shutting off. We were experiencing like malfunction with technology and stuff. But then coming from the cemetery was like 4 energy orbs coming to us on the app, like on the map coming towards us. And I had another one that it was saying respect land, respect land. Wow. And our stuff went out again. That's the only time I felt my hair stand up on my back. I said, bro, it's time to get out of here. We was out there for like about an hour. Even the people were like, something strange going on, your camera show. We never had these problems and stuff. And all I just know, man, I was in that Crown Vic, and you hear that big V8 hauling tail back to town. My brother had a sports car with turbos. I think if the state trooper would have pulled us over, I wouldn't be on this camera today. I would be. We was like 10 miles out from the cemetery. It was nothing but dust getting out of that cemetery.
Wow.
And needless to say, now, did I believe that app was actually working that time? Yes, because of the direction. I didn't even have the phone like facing in the direction of the cemetery. Wow. It picked it up on the other side of the grid that something was coming from that way, ironically, from the cemetery, like 4 energy thing. And I wasn't trying to stick around and see what it was.
Right. Oh, so this is probably Cody. We use phones for recording our lives this weekend during our 2-night lockdown. And most of our investigation was phones, remote connection, and Estes method with great results. Yeah, we did the Estes method too this weekend, and it was interesting. Let's see, Brian. Hey, what's up, Brian? And then McAville Paranormal. The biggest issue with equipment is that it's used by most in the field to prove the presence of the paranormal. We use it to rule out natural causes. Equipment does not prove the presence of spirits, and that's from Eldon. That's true.
Well, that's interesting, Eldon. Appreciate that comment, because that goes back into being a parapsychologist. As parapsychologists, we're more on the skeptical side of things. And a parapsychologist do scientific research We just don't say, oh my God, it's a dark house and there's definitely ghosts in there. No, we go through stages, and that goes into being a paranormal scientist, where you go through stages and test out different theories and methods, use equipment to get your results versus just automatically saying, yes, there's ghosts here.
Right.
Or if they come across something that they can't explain, what kills me is they automatically think it's a bad omen. It's a demon. It's dark. It's
Right.
evil. No, it's not.
No,
Yeah.
no,
It's not
no,
always
no,
evil.
no. And I that goes back into like what I do with the spiritual realm stuff. I get called out to go to people's houses because sometimes they think that they're like demonic entities in their homes or something. Oftentimes it's not. It's the people themselves manifesting negative energy. Now, follow me when I say this. When you're not mentally or spiritually right in your household, if all of us lived with somebody before, we all know this, your food don't taste the same. The house is not clean like it's supposed to be, especially if you've fallen out with the person you're living with.
Yeah.
Or if you're just in a funky mood about something horrible that happened. The house is not vibrant like that. So of course, even sometimes our negative energy can produce a certain body odor. It's not demonic. It's like if you get sick and catch a cold, your body's gonna smell different.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I go in and I do spiritual cleansing. I tell people everything in your house that's not right, or your kids acting up. Sometimes it's not demonic energy. Maybe it's you need to sit down and have a talk. Maybe you need to work through your personal problem, because we don't work on our personal problem, we will manifest negative energy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We need to
It's
start
actually-
speaking positivity in
Yeah,
our houses
definitely.
out loud.
It's
Yes.
interesting you said that because we had a lady that contacted us through Facebook. She was looking for somebody in her area because she said that she was having these, what she thought was a spiritual haunting, I guess you could say. And I put her in touch with somebody in her area. He had the psychic talk to her, and when he got back with me, he was like, "Yeah, she came to the conclusion that she's self-manifesting all of this negative energy, and that's what she's picking up on it." And I guess that she was heavily medicated, or she was self-medicating, and she had all of this going on, which is they said was the answer to what her problem was.
Right. You have to conduct an assessment, a behavioral assessment. And sometimes you like, before I get called out to go somewhere, if it's dealing with like spiritual stuff, or even paranormal. Like I had somebody one time and told me that there was some weird cult people wearing all black in their trailer and telling them they didn't belong there. And you have to go through the assessment stage and ask questions. Are you using drugs? Have you been diagnosed with a mental disorder? So forth, because that sometimes will give you an insight to what you might be walking up on. Might not be paranormal. It could be a psychological, mental situation taking place, or substance abuse.
Right. Well, and I firmly believe though too that a lot of substance abuse people will form attachments with something negative.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've seen it firsthand, and some family members with really bad substance abuse problems. Yeah.
Right.
And I think you attract more negativity that way too, as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Almost like a magnet.
Negativity is lurking around your home, tapping on your window, trying to get in. And you can't control when you walk out your door how other people are going to view you, treat you. You can't control if you're going to have a flat tire or not. Well, you can if you have nice tires on your car, but you still run over it. But I'm just saying, like, sometimes the day-to-day life will throw us curveballs, but it's a matter of how we respond
Yeah.
to it. That was empowering you. How you respond to the situation. I'm not telling you be happy-go-lucky, positive guy all the time, because there is something called toxic positivity too. When you delusional,
Yeah.
you're not in tune with reality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's called. I think her name is Cleopatra, and she's the queen of denial.
My foot was just cut off. Well, I have another one. No.
Right? It's okay to feel sad sometimes and be upset.
Yeah.
But you can't stay stuck in it.
There you go. There you
Yeah.
go. You just can't stay stuck.
Years ago, this is a million years ago. My first husband was an alcoholic and a drug addict. Everything was just so negative around him. It was always something, and I would let it drag me down. When I got to the point where I was like, okay, I'm not gonna let this affect me anymore. I got to move on. I got to do this for my kids. I got to the point where I was like, okay, I'm done with this. When he would pick fights with me, my sister could attest to this because we did it together. He was drunk, want to come downstairs, talk trash, and this, that. We sat there on the couch and we laughed at him. He got pissed.
Yeah.
And the more pissed he got, the more funnier we thought it was. And it was like it just felt freeing, in a way, because I just wasn't letting it get to me like I used to. And that was just the mindset of just letting it go. And like I said, the positive thoughts was coming in. It's like, you know what? You're done.
Did it
You
make
know,
him even more mad when you
Yeah,
did
right.
that?
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely.
To
Yeah.
be transparent about me, I've been doing this stuff for years, and I was married to somebody where I couldn't be myself for 10 years.
Oh.
I was living here in South Carolina, and I was married to the person. I was surrounded by their whole family and so forth, literally their whole family. And when I went through a divorce, and all the time people don't hear this from men perspective about divorce. Married to somebody for 10 years, I was the president of my kids' PTA and all that. And it was a devastating blow to me. And just, she was, doing all the stuff, nasty, vindictive things and stuff. I remember I went to my spiritual mentor, and I was like, man, you got to give me a spell. I'm tired of them. Give me something. I want them to go. I want them to, filled with that hurt, the pain, like all of us experience at some point in our life.
Yep.
He said, no, you're better than that. Your inner spirit, that's not who you are. He said, you're responding to how they treat you and you letting them dictate who you are. He said, I want you to go on a 4-day water fast out in the woods with nature. He said, no food or nothing. I want you to go out there. He said, scream, cry, do whatever you need to do. But when you come back, I need you to be a warrior. And I went out there. I took pictures of my journey. I went out there. I stayed in the woods by myself, camped, everything. I sat there 4 days. I drank water. I cried. I screamed. I prayed. I remember it was like a dock that went out over the lake. And the sun was rising. I had my shirt off, and I was just meditating, praying. And I cried and I screamed. People probably thought there was a werewolf out there or something. I was screaming. I just let it out. And my chest, like Jerry curl juice, was pouring on me and stuff, but it wasn't. It was just tears pouring down me, like and everything. And I came out with the mindset. I left it all in the woods. I left everything, the pain and hurt over the 10 years in the woods. And when I came out, I was Dedrick Hilton, priest divine. And I said I was on a divine mission to help elevate and help those that suffer trauma. And I learned that we don't focus on other people and their trash they dump on us. We all going to experience hurt and pain. But all you can do is focus on yourself and become the best version of yourself.
Yep.
Well, you can't choose the world you live in, but
No.
you can choose your attitude about it.
Yep, exactly.
Yep.
Cody says intense stuff, Dedrick. I bet it makes you feel more grounded during your experience. Yep. I bet it makes you feel more. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Nothing to get you grounded like drinking water for 4 days out in the forest.
Yeah. And that's part of metaphysical experience too. Like when you want to manifest positive stuff, I enjoy a good steak every now and then like someone else too, but sometimes like the elder folks used to say, baby, you're going on a job interview, don't eat nothing heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Because they believe certain foods weigh you down spiritually. And when you need that cleansing and try to manifest and that extra oomph to manifest positive energy, sometimes you definitely have to detach from alcohol. Weed. You want to cleanse your body as much as possible to align it with the universe.
Yeah.
Awesome. Definitely good stuff here. So I was talking to my brother. My brother, he's a big skeptic, which is fine. I mean, everybody starts out as a skeptic. He had an experience in Gerron, and he can't explain it, but he kind of tries to. He had a episode of sleep paralysis. So what do you think? What's your take on sleep paralysis?
This goes right back into paranormal and the hoodoo world. Here on the Southeast, and particularly in South Carolina, Georgia, we have something called the hag.
Okay.
They talk about this even in the churches here on Sundays. And the hag, they say, is somebody you might have did wrong or somebody that just don't like you. Now, there's different stories exactly what the hag is detail, but it comes in the night as a spiritual form and rides you where you can't scream, you can't talk. They say you have to curse it, and some people get ridden every night to the point they can't sleep, and then they say you have to put a Bible down or a broom down because the hag is obsessed with numbers, like counting. So by the time it counts all the straws on the broom, sun rises and have to run back to his skin and climb back in his skin. Now, that's one aspect. And then, of course, you have the scientific aspect, sleep paralysis. Could it be that? Yeah. I don't know your brother detailed situation. I had a scenario. You know, I've been ridden by the hag a couple of times in my lifetime. The last bad time I was ridden by a hag, I was in college, Sullivan, New York, messing with a young lady that wanted a ride to the store, and me being a arrogant freshman with a car on campus. Every time she went to go grab the car door handle, I would punch the gas. And it was raining outside. And I did that 3 times. Long story short, she wouldn't get in the car. She was angry, I don't know what. And she said, you're going to pay for that. One night, I'm sitting in my dorm room, and I'm laying in my bed sleeping, and I felt the presence, because you could feel it coming right before it rides you. And something said, turn over. I couldn't turn over. It rolled me. It snatched me off the bed almost. I told some other girls about it. They said, somebody you pissed off. They did a seance, a cleansing, and they said, when you go back to school, you'll see who it is. And when that girl saw me and looked me in my eyes, she would go nowhere near me. And that let me know she was the spiritual hag that was riding me.
Wow. So where does the term hagstone come from? Is that something similar to that? Because I know
a hagstone.
A hagstone, is it supposed to be like a protection thing or something like that? Because we said hag, that's what made me think about it. Do you know? Have you heard of those?
I haven't heard of a hagstone. Like I said, what people use, if you come to Charleston, South Carolina, you'll see people's houses' windows painted light blue.
Okay.
And that is to keep the hag out. That's how embedded it is into South Carolina culture and Georgia coastal culture, to keep the hag out. Or you see people sleep with Bibles at the head of their bed or under their mattress.
A hagstone is actually just a natural stone that's been weathered and formed a hole in there naturally. And if you find one, it's supposed to be good luck. It's also, they say that you can use it to see into the spirit world if you look through the hole. But yeah, so it's a really cool thing if you find one. Yeah, I think I have like 2 or 3 of them.
So you just find them in the forest or anywhere?
I found them by the river. Usually they're weathered by water. So, yeah.
Interesting.
Hagstone.
But I have heard of the hag, and I've also heard of them painting blue, like on their ceilings or their doorways. Not just the doorways, but like the
window sill
of the house. Yes, to help keep out evil spirits as well as the hag.
That's right. That's true. Yeah. You go downtown Charleston, you'll see that a whole lot. Savannah, you'll see that a whole lot.
And then they also cover their mirrors when there's a thunderstorm out. Is that correct?
Yeah, well, you know, a lot of the stuff we talking about hags, that's a lot of Geechee culture stuff, Gullah Geechee culture stuff. The mirror thing, in our culture, you're not supposed to put your bed, your mirror not supposed to face your bed.
I've heard that before.
Because your mirror is a portal.
Right.
And you'll see things that you know, maybe you wouldn't want to see. I heard stories about people having sex and they look in the mirror and they see their partner and they see a demon that they're having sex with. Wow. So the old folks would say, baby, don't put your mirror at the foot of your bed. Put it in the corner on an angle, or sometime with like the raining and stuff, they'll put the sheet over it.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting.
Reminds me of the house in Mesa we went to. Remember when you went in the bathroom and you was talking about all the mirrors that he had, that there was a portal in there?
Yes, me and Michael, who's our psychic, definitely concreted that proof that there was just a lot of stuff going on. The mirrors were facing each other, and so it was just creating this portal of mirrors. And wow. I helped to close that off, and so far it's worked. So
yeah,
that's a lot of energy, especially if you have a lot of mirrors like facing each other. And that's a lot of energy.
They had like 4 or 5 mirrors facing one another. It was just strange.
Yeah, and then there was like by the sink, it was like almost like a wall of mirrors, so to say. It was just a lot there. There was a lot of mirrors in his bathroom. It was crazy.
You ever seen the movie Skeleton Key?
Yeah.
Yes.
You remember when she was working the spell? You remember they had the mirrors closed in the house?
Yeah.
The woman
Yeah.
kept telling, no mirrors, no mirrors.
Yeah.
And then they said, you could, if you look in the mirror, you could see them.
Yeah.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Marie Maddox said it's also protection. We're talking about the Hagstone. I'm taking it.
Hey,
When the kids
Marie.
go
Nah, I know
trick or
Marie.
treating, the kids go trick or treating. You're supposed to put a Hagstone under the bucket to keep the evil away. Huh?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My friend.
Hey, Marie.
And Cody said, duly noted, no mirrors in the bedroom.
Yeah, I mean, you can have them, but they shouldn't be facing the bed directly.
So I need to take the one off of my ceiling then? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, you have one of these.
I'm just kidding.
Funny.
Just kidding. This isn't the 1970s. I'm just kidding.
That would be hilarious. Oh, Marie says, hey, how are you?
Hey.
That's awesome. So we were talking about like you and I think you're great. You're just cool as hell because even our first conversation we talked like an hour on the phone.
Yeah, we did.
When we were, yeah, it was pretty cool. It's like just this connection there. Now you're part of Parafam. Hey.
Yeah, that's right, everyone.
Yeah, it's part of Parafam. So, because when we were talking about topics to maybe go over, we were saying maybe theories. We talk about theories. What kind of theories do you think we should discuss?
Right, that's right. And we said we were going to just let it flow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Marie said, have you seen the movie Mirrors? I didn't know it was a movie called Mirrors.
No, I
Yes,
don't think I've
that's right.
seen that one.
But you remember in Constantine too, in the movie, in the very beginning, remember he trapped the demon, said, get me a mirror. And they had the demon in the mirror where he was pulling it. So mirrors obviously play a role in things, you know, what you see and everything.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, I had an experience with mirrors, and actually it was the one with the seeing the person I with as a demon.
Oh.
Yes, Cody, he's a part of Parafam. So many awesome people we have in our community. Yes. He just recently joined us. Yeah.
Hey, Cody.
And he said time theory. Time theory. Oh, Speedy Regis said time theory. What kind of time theory are you talking about?
Is that like the portals or whatever?
Are you talking about like time traveling with UFO technology? I mean, there's a lot.
Oh, yeah. It's a good idea to have protection. What is it?
Sigil on the mirrors in the house.
Mirrors
Yes,
in
it
the
is.
house.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. And sage out your house too, man. I mean, that's level 1 stuff of moving negative energy, like sage in your home, burning seeds, incense. Where's my other thing at? Well, for example, I have healing oil right here. And I use that too, some anointing oil for aches, pains, or when I need that extra protection. I definitely use this on paranormal investigations. And I approach the paranormal investigation obviously from a paranormal scientist perspective, but also from a spiritual perspective. Can I feel energy in places and stuff like that? But yeah, just use wherever you can to protect your home and cleanse your home to keep negative energy out and the boogaloos out.
Yeah, I just recently bought some sage, and I was like, "Do I really need this? What do I want?" Because I was thinking of, like after our paranormal investigations, to kind of ward off anything that might follow me. But what other?
We sage ourselves. We sage the car afterwards.
She's done that to me. Yeah,
I've saged you. Yeah.
Yep.
It's good to carry dragon's blood with you as well, either oil or incense.
Right.
Because when you're done saging your house, you want to put some positivity back into the house, and dragon's blood is great for that.
Dragon blood is amazing. It's way more powerful than the regular traditional green sage. Yeah, you're right, absolutely, and definitely sage before and after. I use Florida water too. I take spiritual baths.
Yep.
There you go. Get some fresh sage from Walmart. Boil it in a pot with some Florida water and some other items like garlic is good. Some garlic powder in there. Some sea salt. Sea salt is more powerful than traditional salt. Read a good Psalm scripture. Put that in the tub. Remember, when you do spiritual cleansing, you always take the water and go down from your head down to your feet because you're washing away. When you're doing protection, you come up and in.
Okay.
You can also use it to wash your floors too. The Florida water. I use it to cleanse my house, and I wash all my floors and
So what is Florida water? What is it?
I can show it to you.
Yeah, it's very prominent with hoodoo and voodoo practices.
Huh.
Oh yeah, we got some goodies for the kids tonight for show and tell. Oh, here we go. Florida water. You can put this on your forehead, your neck. I always do a cross something on my head in the morning time, or if I'm getting ready to go somewhere. Like Stacy said, you can also pour it to cleanse your home. Like I get a bucket. And a matter of fact, thanks for bringing it up because that was tomorrow night show for me. But thanks for bringing it up, Stacy.
Just a preview for everybody else. a little preview.
We might want to do it. So for those that's watching, you get Florida water, a bucket, showing you my hoodoo jar that I'm working on for somebody that I don't like. But anyway, you get a jar this big or you get a bucket. If you're going to mop the floor, you just use the whole bottle, or half the bottle, ammonia, some holy water by praying over it, reading the scripture, put it in there with your contents. You could clean your floor. Now, if you take this here and mix this up in a bucket and wipe your walls down, your doorknobs and your doors down, and the head of your bed with ammonia, a little bit of ammonia. Now, don't go out there and say, well, hoodoo out there use the whole thing. And that wasn't me. A little bit. That's all you need. We talk about ammonia. Pour it in there. Get a white rag. Why? Because white rag is purified things and purity. Wipe the head of your bedboards and stuff down. You will sleep like a baby at night. Wow. I'm telling you. Yes.
Wow. Yep. So PD Regis said, are they on a different time frame or are they investigating us?
Oh, he's talking about the spirits or ghosts. If they think that we're the ghosts and they're actually investigating us, or are we
like the movie The Others.
Right.
Well, it depends on, because first of all, you remember some spirits don't transfer over.
Right.
To the other side. And they're stuck in a realm of their own. So, I can't speak exactly their time frame. I know what our time frame is, and I also tell people this. And I just, not go off, but I just tell people be careful when you summon in spirits, especially those are low ones, because sometimes they're stuck here and they didn't transfer over. And I believe that those that are stuck are probably operating more on our time frame than those that went over.
Yeah.
Oh, Cody says get a bucket and a mop.
There you go.
Marie says I use Florida water in a spray bottle and carry it with me and use it when needed. Oh, that's cool.
I used to keep this in the office. At all times and stuff. I mean, it just gives you more cleansing, spiritual cleansing for the day, and the aroma is real fresh too. And I believe the smell of it also gives you that nice spiritual cleansing feeling too. But it's powerful. This is level 1 spiritual stuff. When you start talking about like level 3, 4 entities, this stuff here is nothing. And sage is the equivalent of smoking a joint.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. So Stacy, you said you use it. Where did you find it?
So I get it remember I was telling you my friend who's a witch, she owns a shop in Mesa.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The next time I go in, I'll grab you a bottle.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And then you said how you use like holy water. I use full moon water that I charged outside by the full moon. That's what I used with the Florida water.
There you go. And Stacy, that's a great point too. To piggyback off of that, I'm real big on nature and using like nature water, like, to charge up stuff, because that gives you strength too. Like you said, the moon water and everything. I also believe I do shows all the time talking about going out in nature and allowing nature to like charge our spirit self back up by touching the trees and holding your hands on the tree. You could feel the energy and the life force of the trees coming back through you to charge you and cleanse you spiritually.
Take your shoes off and feel the ground with your bare feet. Yes. You want to that's another way to get grounded, really quick and easy. Even so, if you don't have time we live in the desert, so there's not a lot of trees here.
Yeah.
So what I do is I go outside and I just put my feet in the dirt. And
there's a lot of that around.
Yeah. And stand in the sun for 5 minutes,
That's right. Becoming one with the universe, like Mother Nature charge you up.
Yes.
And it doesn't have to be trees, like you said, desert, anything of nature. You know, a running stream. You don't have a stream or river. I mean, whatever you can find, but let nature charge you. You live in an apartment complex. If there's a tree there, put your hand on that tree. 5 minutes out there outdoors and meditating in the morning time, going for a walk, letting the sun shine on you is a way to like charge you up with positive energy.
I'm gonna try that. There's a tree right outside my building. When I walk my dog in the morning, I'm gonna try that.
Now remember, 2 hands. Now we don't want your neighbor out there talking about you out there
hugging. Yeah, I was gonna say
trees.
Hugging the trees.
We got a tree hugger in the building.
Now I want she's hugging the tree. I feel bad for the tree. Yep. No.
I wouldn't take my shoes off because that's where they walk the dogs, and people don't always clean up after.
Oh no.
But you know, I go outside even at nighttime for a late night walk sometime before I go to sleep, like a one rounder. You know, just do a one rounder and stuff. And I mean, like I said, we made up of the elements of the earth.
Yeah.
You know, like I have this theory about lacking water and why, you know, if you shake water up in a bottle, it gets all crazy, right? So I believe when we lack water and don't have enough fluids in us, sometimes that's why we get headaches and have all the other different type of illnesses that come upon us, because we made up of this great vast of water.
Yep.
Water.
We're basically walking, talking cucumbers.
Yeah.
Funny. Walking, talking cucumbers. So.
Well, I have something. So back to the parapsychology. Yeah. So I wrote something down. So parapsychology is the branch of psychology that deals with the investigation of purportedly psychic phenomena, such as clairvoyance, extrasensory perception, telepathy, telekinesis, etc. Have you witnessed any of these in action during your studies with this fascinating subject?
Matter of fact, glad you brought it up.
Okay.
My ESP deck of cards. I've been conducting independent research for my internship at the Ryan Research Institute on these cards here to test people's psychic abilities and so forth. And it's like 25, 27 cards. I've seen people vast in numbers, how many they get right in the cards and stuff. One person I had, like I said, it's like 25, 27 maybe. One person I had get 19 of them right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. My second test that I've been running, you know, like, because all this is different, because some people could tap into their psychic ability and enhance it. Some don't know they have it. And I say that because I also did with the cards while working with one person where I'm sitting here just break it down in a simple format versus the whole scientific thing, where I'm looking at the card and I know what it is and see if I could shoot it back to them and if they could get it right. One person, 15 cards right.
Oh, wow.
Yes. I'm still conducting my research. That's why I'm not, you know, right now I think I probably tested at least probably about 17 subjects.
Oh, wow. Very interesting for sure.
Yeah, so it's just like I said, different cards, and these what the cards look like. And I tell them up front what the cards are, and they can write it down if they can remember. And then I hold them up one at a time like this and see if they can figure out what it is.
That one's the cross. No, I'm just kidding.
So I was talking to Erica. We were in Oracle, Arizona, yesterday, and we were on the porch talking. And the conversation we were having was something that I dreamt about. And I know everybody says this, it's a matter of deja vu. Do you think that there's something behind that deja vu, that you have a dream about a conversation and then later on you go, hey, I remember having this before? Do you think there's something else behind that?
Could be two things. We could maybe manifest that previously, or it could be an altered form of reality, like a time shift jump. Maybe we jumped somewhere ahead in time and then came back, and that's why you say it felt like I've been here before.
Right.
So it could be like a time shift. Yeah, because we have out-of-body experiences, but when you have out-of-body experience, who know what time portal you could possibly leap into and back in, and then say, hey, I feel like I've been here, or we said this before.
Right. Yeah. Right. That's happened to me quite a bit, actually. Because I'll sit there and go, we talk about this before?
Right.
Well, and scientifically, they figured out that it is actually impossible to go back in time because time is always moving forward, but you can jump into the future.
Right. Like Philadelphia, did the Philadelphia Spirit? I think they jumped forward in the future.
A guy on the space station jumped, I think, 2 seconds into the future because of being up in space. Something to do with the rotation of the Earth. I don't know. It was weird, but he jumped like 2 seconds in the future.
Oh wow.
Well,
no, go ahead.
No, I was just saying like about the UFO, going back to the UFO technology.
Yes.
The anti-gravity technology they're talking about. When we talk about anti-gravity, you're not talking about gravity itself. You could build force fields. You could time travel with anti-gravity technology. And you could jump forward into other, I guess, realms and stuff if we could get our hands on that technology, or if we end up duplicating it. Because whoever coming here know how to get here fast and leave here fast.
Right.
So who knows what time, how they're bending time beyond our scientific knowledge.
Right. Right. They could know something that we don't.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, they already do.
Or people say it could be us in the future. Someone said there's some theories out there that are being spoken, like on MUFON, they were saying it could be us from the future coming down, looking at us right now and just seeing how we evolve, or it could be a whole nother humanoid species that dropped us off and checking us out, seeing how we evolving as a species.
Yeah. I've heard of that one before, like our future us are coming back to see how badly we're screwing things up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And somebody asked me one time on one of my shows, they're like, well, man, if there are aliens out there, brother, then why they don't come down and talk to us, man, if they so damn smart? I said, well, let me ask you this. When you go to the zoo, do you go out there and talk to the animals?
Right.
You know who Eddie Griffin is, right? The comedian.
Yes.
When he did his show, I think it was Voodoo Child, he said that you always hear about aliens flying by, you don't hear about them landing. He said that's because we're a part of the effed up planet tour.
Right. You know, like, man, they just got 5G.
He's like, man, he goes, well, they arguing over black and white. What do you think they're gonna do about us?
Yeah.
It was like,
It's true.
that's funny.
But you have to look at that.
It's true. We're basically like what you said, like you don't look at an ant and start talking to the ant. We're ants.
Right.
To them. You know, we're nothing.
Yeah.
You know, I don't go on a zoo trip with my kids and say, oh boy, kids, I can't wait to talk to those monkeys over there. You know? I'm going to tell him I saved 20% on my car insurance.
I'm not getting too close because they like to fight back. That's funny. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's 8:00 already. Oh man, this has just been great. I love that picture behind you, matter of fact. I was meant to tell you that. That's pretty awesome.
Thank you. This is my backup posse right here.
Okay.
That's who they
awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed when you did one of your shows, the picture was in the background. I was like, I'm about to ask him about that. That's pretty cool.
Thank you. Yeah, those are my little girls back there in the background, my queens. They keep me protected and spiritually in line too.
There you go. All right. Well, I guess we'll get ready to wrap it up. I really appreciate you coming on and talking with us. It's been
Thank you
very
for having
interesting.
me.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
And welcome to the Parafam family. It's great to have you aboard.
Yes, welcome.
That's awesome. So, okay, so I guess we'll call it. And like I said, thank you everybody for tuning in. We really appreciate you stopping in and talking with us. Oh, there we go. Hoodoo Lounge Paranormal News.
Check it out, guys. It is amazing. Very informative.
Marie said it's been great, y'all. Oh, you're very welcome.
Yeah, thanks, Marie, for watching.
Yes, definitely. Okay, is Elder still on here? He's gonna do my outro? I guess.